This video will show how to set a media board or template to play in a playlist. First thing you need to do is log in to salient.global.com. We'll use your login credentials. If you're an Allure customer, you will not have this select customer screen. You will only have your personal content and players to work with. From here, we're going to go down to playlist. So currently we have three playlists that are being used. We're going to open up our players. We're going to say the Antarctica Exhibit 02 is the one we'd like to change. So currently this player is running the SeaWorld Antarctica Retail playlist. If we go into the player status screen, it will show us that the media board being used is default for M SeaWorld 01. So now that we know the playlist and media board being used, we'll go back to the playlist. Here we see that there is a 1 a.m. Blackwash, a 6:50 a.m. reboot, and then if we go in and check this series, that this is a placeholder and not a media board or a template. When you have a placeholder, you then need to go over and open up the placeholder option. Placeholder option is used when you want to slot many different players' media boards using the same playlist timing. So again, we're back here to retail lunch. We're going to go to retail lunch. So here we have our edit placeholder where we actually change the media board or template to what it needs to actually be. So just to follow back, we have a player status, player screen for Antarctica Exhibit 02, currently showing default for M SeaWorld V1. That is on playlist SeaWorld Antarctica Retail. From the SeaWorld Antarctica Retail playlist, we then see that there is a placeholder set for SeaWorld Antarctica Retail Lunch. We then go to the placeholder, and here's where we actually make the change for Antarctica Exhibit 02. We will then go through, find the media board that we want to set that media board, and update the placeholder. Once that placeholder is updated, you then go to the publish screen, select the player that you made the change to, and publish the content. Now if placeholders are not being used, you'd go this a different route. For instance, here we have Mango Joe's DMV. Playlist is Mango Joe's. The media board is default for MB Mango Joe's Update V2. So we're going to go to our playlist. We're going to select Mango Joe's. We're going to edit the series. And here you're going to see that there's a media board slotted. Here is actually where you're going to take, and instead of go to placeholders, you're going to edit component. And here's where you're going to go through and select the media board or template that needs to be put onto the site. So currently we have a Mango Joe's Update V2, and we're going to change it to this one, and then update media board. So now that you see the new media board is slotted, we then go to our publish screen, select the one that's being used, publish the content, and that's that. If you want to use multiple media boards on the same playlist, or same player, excuse me, then you need to signify where and when the coordinates are for the player to show as intended. If you leave it as is and just from right here add a media board, and let's say we want to add the old one on there too, so there's going to be two of them. Right now the X and Y layout is they're going to overlap each other and they're going to break. What needs to be done is that this one, which is going to be the secondary one, is going to edit component, and you need to tell it where the position is. So the total amount of screens that are used and the sizing needs to be compensated for. So let's say the first template is only 1360 by 768 in a single screen. We're going to set this one to 1360, and you do not need to change 768 because we're only moving left to right, not up to down. So then you'll update the media board. So this single one shows its very beginning, it's 1360. It's a single screen. Then we have the secondary one that starts after 1360. We then have that change. We're going to go through, and even though that there's an hourglass, you're still going to publish the content. And that is how you slot a media board and or template or change them in the placeholders.